Pat Soundbytes IGTV. Keeping new music alive is what I do on the radio and now on video. Conducting live chats with the artists and learning the stories behind their latest release, and also playing their new video. And a very special thanks to my friend Melissa at Moxie Publicity for scheduling today's guest. Melissa is founder and principal of Moxie Publicity, which specializes in media relations and finding creative ways to engage guerrilla marketing efforts. To contact Melissa, you can call her at 402-677-0930, or you can email her, melissa@moxiepublicity.com. Special thanks today to my sponsor, Go-Go Tuners. For all guitar players looking for a focus on ease of use, readability, durability, and accuracy, look no further. The Go-Go Tuner is the choice of many touring professionals and a favorite of casual players. Go-Go's signature green you're in and red you're out screen makes tuning quick and easy. For more information, go to the website at gogotuners.com. Special thanks to WBXO Classic Rock Radio Redefined, allowing me to keep new music alive on the radio airways on The Pat Show every Sunday from 5 to 8 Eastern Standard Time. Only on WBXO Classic Rock Redefined. And a big thank you to Mr. Evan Balzer for allowing me to use his amazing instrumental that you're hearing right now. It's called Trails. To find out more incredible music by Evan, go to his website at evanbalzer.com. And my special guest today, well, he's a rock legend, and it'll be Mark Farner, the original voice of Grand Funk and Grand Funk Railroad. Mark has recently released a DVD entitled Mark Farner's American Band from Chile With Love. We talked to Mark about this DVD, and all the proceeds are going to Veteran Support Foundation. How great is that? A bigger reason to buy the DVD. We talked to Mark about all of that. We played a video for Never and Always, and a whole lot more with this rock legend on Pat Soundbytes IGTV. Hey, live on Pat Soundbytes IGTV, keeping new music alive on the radio and on video. And holy smokes, is this an honor and a privilege. And I've been smiling for about 2 weeks, having rock royalty in the house, rock legend, all-American patriot. I love the flag behind him. What a show this guy puts on. And my goodness, I'm getting goosebumps just having a blast. Welcome, singer, songwriter, rock legend, rock everything, the guy, the locomotive of the original Grand Funk Railroad, Mr. Mark Farner in the house.
God bless you, Pat Calamari.
Yes, sir. We are rocking with Mark Farner in the house, and I've been delighted to have this opportunity, sir. How are you? How's everything going? You okay dealing with this whole COVID thing?
Yeah, I don't take too much to it because I don't watch mainstream news. Since the deregulation of the FCC, brother, I knew what they were up to back in '96. So I wouldn't give them the time of day. And because I have seen that the people who do give them the time of day get hateful and they get mean and they get wanting to separate. And it's like, what is this country? Yeah. So since that deregulation, things have been amiss. Prior to that, we had moral conscience over what our children saw and heard because you could only own 7 AM, 7 FM, 7 television stations that kept it in the hands of American families, where it should have stayed. We should have never given foreign entities this carte blanche to the minds of the people, the taxpayers.
Right? Us.
Jeez, oh, Pete.
Well, you look great. And Mark has recently, as of this last Tuesday, has released the Mark Farner American Band from Chile With Love, new concert DVD. I
Yeah.
can't wait to get a copy of that. And more importantly, why I love this guy even twice as more, because my dad was a Purple Heart recipient, and I got two brothers that are vets. $3 for every pre-sale goes to Veteran Support Foundation. God bless Mark Farner. Please, 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 I can't tell you enough to go and buy and get on there. Go to markfarner.com. The link pops right up and hit the pre-order. Thank you, Mark, for thinking about the men and women of our armed forces that are out there protecting us every day and night for our country and for our freedoms, so we can do what we're doing right now.
They risked their safety to protect ours. And this is why Lisa, my wife Lisa, and I, we've been married 43 years.
God bless you.
Thank you. And we just said, they give so much in the news because it's the bought and paid for slimy line, that stuff that Zappa was telling about was going to pour out of it has poured, it has puked all over. But, people still have the heart to hang on to what is right and to hang on to the love that we've experienced together. We had community back when it was the DJs and the people calling in and getting the records played, and it was a wonderful community. But when corporate took over, they slit our throat and they cut us apart, and they didn't want us communicating like that. They said, you're going to communicate like this.
I am in such a great place in my life right now, Mark, being with an independent radio. I create my own playlists. I play new music. I don't need to be paid. I love music. I have an enthusiasm for the love of promoting folks like yourself.
Thank you.
Even independents out there that are starting. I get 10 to 20 CDs a week. Be careful of what you wish for, right? You want to be the guy with new music and new videos, but you know what? Bring it. The hardest part of my job is telling my wonderful bride of 32 years, mute Mike and Molly and listen to this, because thank God they put a video out, because it should be charted and not paid off and some corporate bullshit. Excuse my language. But I'm in a good spot, Mark, and I'm in a good position to put on our rotation, Never and Always, and anything that we want to promote you and get your music out there, and keep rocking and rolling with your great music, even all the way back to 1960s. And I pulled out my little Grand Funk hits. I mean, the way it used to be, where you used to have pictures and you got a great sleeve and great.
Oh yeah.
Like these people, and they say vinyl's making a comeback. I should have never left. Are you kidding me?
Never left. That's right.
I'm an analog guy. I'm the digital.
That's right.
Mark, so tell me about obviously I know the importance behind your love for the vets, as you just mentioned. Tell me about Never and Always and keeping creating new music, why it's important to you.
Okay, but first let me just reiterate that it's not just the pre-sales that we are given $3 from. It's every DVD sold. It's not cutting off at the pre-sales. It's going to continue throughout the sales.
Excellent.
We don't hear enough. We don't see enough about our vets. I want to know what's going on with the families of those who have given their legs, their arms, they come back and they're neglected. I want to know, and that's when TV will be good, when it'll be real, when they can report on what's going on with our veterans and the neglect. But I'm telling you, the Veteran Support Foundation is a group that I've worked with for many years, and they're real. They're of veterans, by veterans, for veterans. No government red tape, hanky-panky crap going on. 100% of what they get goes to the cause of transitional housing, getting the vets off the street, providing job training, getting self-esteem back into the veteran, transitioning back into this society that we are in from, wherever war-torn country they have come from. But they also advocate in front of the board to get our veterans what they are due by law for the service they have given, and they deserve it. So it's going through not just the pre-sale, the whole entire sale.
Good to know.
And thank you, brothers and sisters who would order that DVD pre-sale, pre or after, doesn't matter. Thank you for helping us to be able to give to our brothers and sisters in the armed forces.
I will definitely put the link up on the radio station and all my social medias when we get offline. I think it's very, very important.
Well,
I mean,
sure.
Mark, take me back. What got you into music? And can you tell me the moment you realized back when you said, I want to be a musician? Was it watching the Beatles like everybody else in the Ed Sullivan Show in 64 was it, I want to say?
Well, that certainly had an impact. The Beatles had an impact on me. But before the Beatles, there was a jam session at my house or my Aunt Dorothy's house. My mom and her, they loved music. And when all of the relatives moved from Leachville, Arkansas, up to Flint, Michigan to get jobs in the auto factories, they brought their instruments. And it was grandpas, grandmas, aunts and uncles and cousins. Everybody that played would get together on Sunday, and you'd have Southern fried chicken and them hockey puck dumplings or sloppy joes, guaranteed. But a lot of good music. And I was hooked back then, just, listening to the violin and banjo, and my grandpa playing it, and my dad blew the saxophone and played guitar. And when the women would start to sing, Pat, oh my God, it was like heaven. So I was hooked on the music from way back as a little shaver. But then, when rock and roll started and I was hearing rock around the clock, and it's like going, yeah, man, what is that? What kind of music is that? That's not Perry Como. That's what got me into it, rock and roll and rock around the clock. Are you kidding me? That song. Do you believe the white noise? As soon as that record, the needle hits, it's like,
right. I have that somewhere here. I hear you.
I just love that. So that's what got me into the music.
Did you when you went to school? Did you take lessons? Did you join the choir?
Yeah,
self-taught with the guitar?
I took a choir because I like to sing. And when I was 15, I was on a junior varsity team. We scrimmaged the varsity and they killed us. And I had some injuries and I couldn't play any more ball and I couldn't run track. And my mother was feeling sorry for me because I just lived to hear my name called out on the loudspeaker at a football game.
Batting, right?
That's right. That was Farner, number 66, in on the tackle.
Yeah.
The reporter. But that was gone. And so for my 15th birthday, she got me 6 lessons and rented an acoustic guitar, a K. It was a cheaper American, acoustic guitar. And I took 3 of the lessons, and the guitar teacher called my mother. He had shot himself in the foot with a 12 gauge. Seriously, it was bird season, ringneck pheasant season, in Michigan. And he was out hunting and, did his foot in. So he told my mother just to have me go watch the guys that are in the high school band and that are friends with my sister, Diane. And so I did, and I learned how to play the chords, and I'm watching them, and I'm, oh, that's how you do that. Oh, and I'm getting it put together. But I kept singing even before I could play. I could stand there and sing, you know, Johnny Be Good or Nadine or any number of songs that they were ready to play. So I would sing for them until I was good enough to actually plug that cord that went back to my amp. It went around the handle and just kind of hung over the back until I was good enough to plug it in the front.
And no problem with the confidence in getting in front of an audience. And
Oh,
were you a little nervous back then?
not really. I at some of these hops that we would play, they had a moving, like everybody was walking in a circle around the dance floor, right? And some of them would go counterclockwise, but most of them went clockwise. And that was kind of the thing. And then I was singing whatever cover song, and I went, I'm down here like this singing, and I went, way up in, and these people, man, they turned around and they looked at me and they walked over to the stage, and I went, ooh, that worked.
I got everybody's attention. I love that. What was the first song you wrote, Mark? I mean, obviously you got an amazing catalog of great tunes that we listened to from back in when you first wrote them in late 60s till today. We still I listen to them. So first song you wrote that you said, okay, I could do this.
Well, I was in Dick Wagner's Bossman, which was a show band in Michigan, and Dick Wagner was a guitar player for Alice Cooper, you know, and
Detroit, Alice Cooper,
yeah,
Michigan.
that's right, and Ursa Majors. But Dick was a wonderful songwriter. He had an amazing amount of songs, and they just poured out of him. And we were setting up after a gig one night. We were setting in his living room, playing our electric guitars with no amplifiers.
Okay.
So you know, it was very soft. His children were in the other room sleeping, and his wife was sleeping. So we're playing, and he showed me some chord inversions and some things. And I said to him, Wagner, how do you play on them songs? How do they come to you, or what inspires you to write the song? He says, dude, they're inside of you. You got music in you. You can write songs. I said, I can. He says, yeah, you can write songs, dude. You got it. You got it. You got it, Marky. He loved to call me Marky. He called me Magic Marky. So Dick went to bed. I stayed up and I wrote Heartbreaker.
Wow. Very cool. Nice. Well, we fast forward, and obviously you and Don and Mel, today's Mel's birthday, I think, actually, I saw it somewhere, get together and you form Grand Funk Railroad. And oh my goodness, how old were you about that? Were you like in your early 20s, Mark?
Mel was 19, Don and I were 20.
Wow. I mean, anybody that sells out Shea Stadium faster than the Beatles, Royal Albert Hall. I mean, you're 20 years old going, is this really happening? I'm like, all of a sudden we're touring the world and forget school. And I don't tell me, can you share what that was like? I mean, it had to be incredible.
It was a good ride because we were so busy touring and making records that we really didn't have time to think about how big it was.
Wow.
We just had to get in, go to the airport, do this, do that. We're running, you know, doing 2 albums a year sometimes. And it was a fast pace, but it was also inspirational at the same time because I was seeing things I had only, you know, heard about, and I'd never flown before. So this is, you know, I'm up in the air. I'm watching. I'm coming down through the smog in LA. I'm going, holy Christ! Is there buildings down here someplace? And, you know, wow. That was a real wake up call for me. That all that smog in LA and the whole opening up of the world to these 3 guys. You know, 3-piece band from Flint, Michigan, a garage band that hit a lucky stroke. And there's enough love in what we put out to get to the people it was supposed to get to. There's enough real love in there. And people, when we first started, brother, our audience was half black and half white, because it it wasn't about any kind of racial thing. Though this is a white band, this is a black. It wasn't nothing like that. We were just, and as my heart is today, I appeal to everyone on the same level, because brown, black, red, yellow, white, all of our blood is red. Thank you, Lord. And that is good enough for me. It's unconditional, and it's eternal, everlasting. I can vouch for it, because when I had my pacemaker put in, I checked out of the bone suit and I had to come back. And when I was on my way back in, I was shown that debt consciousness is the evil enemy of mankind. And whoever controls the debt of another person controls that person. If they control the debt of an entire nation, they control the entire nation. And if you control the debt of many, many, many nations,
Oh,
then those nations, when it comes to voting, are going to side with you, because they are beholden to you.
I hear you, brother. I hear you loud and clear. There's something about the 70s and music, and one thing I really loved, I read somewhere, when you think of your music, Grand Funk, Railroad, Grand Funk, you get Planet, Love, Mother Nature. I mean, back there, we still had the Vietnam War thing and trying to get the peace, love, and all
Yeah.
of that. And everybody can resonate to those musics. And then when you add a song like The Locomotive, or some kind of wonderful, great hits that people can dance to and have a party atmosphere. I mean, that was you guys. I mean, that was you guys, right? I mean, even today, whether you see Don and company or you see yourself, I got to see you. Where is it? 2018 Ridgefield Playhouse. The minute you took the stage, everybody jumped. Nobody sat down. It was a party. It was it was a massive party, and I said, holy crap, it was a great show. So when I heard about you putting out a DVD, I go, it makes all the sense in the world, because when you think of Mark, I think of your command presence, the American background of patriotism, the great music of the 70s, and people just just love to hear that stuff. It's just, there's no BS. It's all about, I said, love, the earth, good, all good American stuff, Mark.
Yeah, man. Absolutely, brother.
Do
Thank
you, I mean, you don't have to do this. We got COVID. We're hopefully on the other side of this whole thing going on. And I was looking, there's show dates on your website, May 22nd down in Florida, May 28th, Illinois. There's a bunch of dates, and I encourage people to go to your website to go check that out. But you don't have to do this. Why get back on the road, Mark? Are you are you addicted to the excitement and the energy of the audience?
I am, and I am. I'm real. I am real. My heart comes out of my mouth, and when I show up on stage, I am who my songs say I am, and that's who they're going to see. A lot of new faces show up at my shows, and they need it. They need that love, man. We become that community at a Mark Farner's American Band show. We have community like we did when the people had an influence in what we listened to on the radio. That's why Bad Time to Be in Love was played more than any other song in 1975. People were calling in. Yeah, people wanted to hear that song, Pat. A lot sang along with it, and they do when we do it live today.
My brother goes, oh my God, you got Mark Bad Times, one of my favorite songs. So I got to ask you, courtesy of my brother, why was it a bad time to be in love? What was the thought about putting together that beautiful track, if I may ask?
Yes, you may ask. And I was sitting at a piano at a like a spinet piano in my dining room, and my first wife was threatening to put a 12-inch cast iron skillet through my forehead.
Oh,
I
right.
was I was thinking what a bad time it was to be
We're gonna get whacked. Yeah. Well, that makes all the sense in the world, Mark. And then I got to ask you about I'm Your Captain closer to home. I mean, when you think of radio in the 70s or late 60s, I mean, anything after 3 minutes, up to 3 minutes, radio would never even play it. And you get
Yeah,
a song like, I'm Your Captain, 10 minutes, 9 seconds. I mean, I did look up Iron Butterfly, Agata Vida, 17 minutes in 1968. So it wasn't
yeah.
unheard of. Or The Doors with The End, 11 minutes.
Uh-huh.
But I'm Your Captain. Holy shit, Mark. That, excuse my language. What a
All right.
phenomenal masterpiece.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Pat. And I'll get to tell you, I'm a Christian, but I'm a cussing Christian.
Okay, I'm sorry. I hear you.
Just to set the thing straight. It does come up. It ain't gonna keep me out of heaven. It didn't out the first time. It won't the second time. And yeah, the whole excitement of being, in front of people and getting the accolades and getting that kind of positive feedback. That's what kept the music on that, on that roll, because I knew I was talking to people that were concerned about the same things that I was. And especially after I got up and I saw things and I was thinking, well, what about this? And what about that? And so the relationship is built on, as I refer to it, as our community. And that community is the glue is love.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
I'm Your Captain. I mean, the orchestra, the violins, the waves. I love a song. That was probably one of the first songs I heard that almost stops and then takes off again. When people think, okay, well, it's over, and then you go, whoa, wait a minute, and then it just goes. I
Yeah.
mean, I've read it's a captain on a ship. He's about to get mutiny. I know the veterans love it. They read it, say with it, with going to war. I read people with addiction. I need to get my head cleared and get home.
Yeah.
What were you thinking, Mark, when you put those that wonderful lyrics together and the music together?
Well, I wasn't thinking. I had prayed, did my now I lay me down to sleep prayers, and I put a PS on the end, Pat. I said, I asked God to give me a song that would reach and touch the hearts of who the creator wanted to get to. And I wrote that song in the middle of the night, but I was between heaven and earth in this conscious state where it was coming, and I was just writing down the words, not conscious of trying to go back and see what I said. No, just keep writing those words. Here they come. Here comes the next line. And then I got done with that thing, and it's like
Wow.
I came to this conscious state, set the thing back down, and went to sleep. And when I got up in the morning, I went out to the kitchen, prepared a cup of coffee, and I grabbed my axe. I had a flat top in there and an acoustic guitar in the kitchen, start playing. And then I went, wow, that's pretty cool. And I grabbed the C chord, the inversion of which I had never played before. And it was, I was looking at my fingers thinking, wow, that I gotta remember that, man. I can't forget this. This is a badass chord right here. And I'm playing it like this, and the chime of it, the harmonics were just speaking to me. And as I'm looking at my hand, I'm thinking, oh, the words in the other room. Maybe that is a song. Maybe it is. So I go get them, put them on a table, and I start. Everybody, listen to me.
Me.
Yeah, buddy. And
That is incredible.
there it came.
Is songwriting therapeutic for you, Mark?
Yes, it's like a good bowel movement.
Nobody's ever gave me that one. Once you let it go, it feels so
Oh
good.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. That was a great one, Mark. I love that. Oh my goodness. I guess a relief, obviously a relief, but a different way of expressing things that you probably related to, whether it's a bad relationship, growing up, playing ball, playing football in Detroit, learning this
Yeah.
and that.
Yes, exactly. And that's what it is. It's getting in touch with those things and you know, putting it in the right perspective. And I think because, when I go to a show to see somebody, I'm there to have a good time.
Right.
And I want to see that band having a good time, because if they're having a good time, buddy, I know I'm going to have a good time.
Well, when anybody goes to see Mark Farner's American Band, it's definitely a good time. May 22nd, St. Augustine, Florida. May 28th, Dakota, Illinois. July 31st, rocking the fields of Minnedosa, I should say. August 19th, St. Charles, Missouri. August 21st, Ohio. And then there's 2 shows up in Michigan, special acoustic shows. But we got to get you over here to the upper Northeast again when we can rock and roll with you.
I'm with you, buddy.
Man, oh man, Mark, this is so cool. I love it. We're talking to Mark Farner, the great legendary Mark Farner from Chile With Love, a new concert DVD. And I had it a little bit off reading this press release. It don't matter. There's money being donated. Pre-sale right now. It don't matter about the sales, but do buy it. That's all that counts.
That's
As
what
it
matters.
goes to the Veterans Support Foundation, as Mark explained before. Because a lot of people, and I don't want to mention some of these charity names, but you get hesitant. Like, does it really go to the locals? Is it really hitting these people? Or does it go to the CEO, or that one or this one? You don't really know until somebody like yourself says, look, my name's behind it. And I'm telling you, it definitely goes to the Veterans Support Foundation. Mark, somewhere I read you're a pine tree farmer. Besides a great husband, father, and a grandfather. What are we talking? Christmas trees? What are we talking?
Oh no, we're talking red pine. We're talking telephone poles.
Oh, whoa.
Big telephone poles.
What other interests and hobbies that you can share that you enjoy doing besides spending time with your wonderful family, that maybe folks, your fans that don't know about the other side of the great Mark Farner, what you like to do?
Well, I like to target shoot. I hunt.
Oh, I love that.
I'm a deer hunter. I'm upland game, woodcock, partridge, and of course, wild turkey. And I like to fish, and I ice fish. I got a little snow dog that pulls my stuff, and love to get out and set, and just because I'm thinking of one thing. I don't have a bunch of stuff on my mind. I love fishing so much. That's all I'm thinking about is getting that thing, and I'm concentrating on the way that jig, I'm working that thing. I'm putting it all into that, and it pays off, and here it comes. The same thing with target practice. I'm thinking, man, my mind is on a spot this big, 100 yards downrange from me. It ain't even here. It's there. And that's the things that get me, back in touch with myself. Slows everything, shuts everything else out. Oh yeah, you're still here. Oh yeah, you can still do this. And the older we get, I think, especially men, they keep thinking, can I still do this?
Yes, we do. Well, for all the shows, to purchase the DVD, go to markfarner.com. Mark is all over social media. He's on Facebook. He's on Twitter. He's on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. It's all about the numbers, my friends. That's all I can tell you about this crazy analytics and all this other stuff. And he's also on Instagram. We are going to play a little Mark Farner video in a second. Mark, God bless you for what you do. Can't wait to see you live and meet you, hopefully, and share a high five and a picture and a laugh or two. I hope you enjoyed the conversation as much as I have, sir.
I appreciate it, Brother Patrick. God bless you. God bless those who get to look at this and see the real, genuine fun and what it's like.
Time to rock and roll on Pat Soundbytes IGTV with the one and only rock legend, Mr. Mark Farner, and never and always right here, right now, and buy the DVD.
Got no reason to be on my own. 7 seasons I've been away from home. I've been down for such a long time, nowhere to turn. Got to go now. Get away.